Niner Empire, what's going on? Cam Rogers here for the 49ers report. Hit me up on Twitter at Mr. Rogers99. Happy National Selfie Day out there. Shout out to Paige Bellevaux for reminding me about that. All right, let's get to rumor number one on the list. Are the 49ers the favorites to land Dez Bryant? Well, I guess good news for those who don't want Dez. They are not the favorite. We're putting this in the rumor category in terms of the 49ers actually signing the free agent wide receiver. You guys know my position by now on Dez Bryant. It just does not make any sense. GM John Lynch reportedly said he's excited about this wide receiver core, so why rock the boat when the ocean is so smooth? The 49ers rank 6th in the odds right now at plus 600 to land Dez Bryant, and with so much buzz around the likes of Kendrick Bourne and Richie James and Dante Pettis, let alone the cemented starters, Pierre Garçon, among others such as Marquise Goodwin, Trent Taylor, why bring in this guy when in the end he's probably going to hurt more than actually help the 49ers offense? That has been my position for so much time here, and the 49ers have a lot of salary cap space. Sure, they could bring him in and sign him. I just don't think it makes much sense. So when you look at a list of my top landing spots here for Dez Bryant, the 49ers are not in there in that top 5. I got the likes of New England up there, Indianapolis as well. You have a couple other teams that you want to monitor, such as the Seattle Seahawks, despite bringing in Brandon Marshall. But you guys have seen my list before. The 49ers are not there. All right, so that's the deal with Dez. Let's get to rumor number 2 on the list. Pass protection. Is it going to be a concern heading into the regular season? 2 jet heads on this one, firmly in the rumor category, pretty close to making it 3. Pro Football Focus ranked the 49ers as middle of the pack in terms of pass blocking efficiency in 2017. They ranked 14th to be exact. And what's kind of interesting and very ironic, Daniel Kilgore, the former center, had the best pass blocking efficiency last season. He's no longer there, of course. The 49ers traded him to Miami. So the good sign about San Francisco here, they're trending in the right direction. In 2016, their pass blocking efficiency was not very good. They were ranked 29th that year. And then, of course, in 2017, jumping up 15 spots. You take a look at my projected offensive line here as the starters. Staley at left tackle, Lincoln Tomlinson there at left guard, Richburg at center, Cooper wins over Garnett at right guard, and McGlinchey there at right tackle. All right, let's get to rumor number 3 here on the list. Speaking of the offensive line, is guard the most important position battle as we go throughout the offseason and offseason workouts? 3 jet heads, pretty faithful in this. So KNBR AM radio said the guard position is, quote, in a precarious spot. And I pretty much agree with that one. Garnett saw some first-team reps in OTAs. Jonathan Cooper will be a full go for training camp. He's still rehabbing a little bit. Mike Person provides some depth behind Richburg at center, can play some guard too. Lincoln Tomlinson obviously coming off a solid 2017 season as well. You take a look at the current guard depth chart. According to my analysis, Tomlinson there, Cooper second, Garnett's third, Person, Magnuson there as well. So keep an eye on those players. I'll talk more about Garnett later in the rumors section. All right, next up, rumor number 4 is coming up. We're going to talk a little bit about Madden 19 and the 49ers rating for this coming game. I'll tell you about it, but first, a word from our friends at Game Time.
Did you know that ticket prices can actually go down right before the game? That's where Game Time comes in. Game Time tracks ticket prices in real time from thousands of trusted sellers, then shows you all the best deals. So we can get tickets at the last minute for up to 60% off. Download Game Time now.
All right, so are the 49ers underrated in Madden? 3 jet heads on this one. They have a rating of 78 overall. I'd say the developers at Madden are sleeping a little bit on this 49ers team. Garoppolo actually isn't even a top 5 49er on the roster, which is interesting. I'll get to my 5 players later in the program. But the beauty about Madden is it adapts. And if the 49ers have a good regular season, the ratings will change and fluctuate and improve. So at 78 overall, a lot of room for growth there for the 49ers. All right, so that's rumor number 4 on the list. At number 5 we go. Buckner among the best players under the age of 25. 4 Jetheads on this one. He was named to the NFL.com's all under 25 list, joining the likes of Ezekiel Elliott and Joey Bosa, Tyreek Hill. These guys are electric players. Buckner registered 61 tackles last season, and as a 3 technique, he'll be a big piece of that Robert Saleh defensive scheme. Expecting big things from Buckner in 2018. I'd expect those sack numbers to go up as well. You guys know how I feel about him. He's going to be a legit player on that defense for many years to come. All right, next up on the list, fullback Kyle Juszczyk. Will he have a big role on the offense? Yeah, he will. I'm pretty faithful in this. 3 Jetheads on this one. So the key to the Shanahan scheme is the following. Base personnel. Fullback Kyle Juszczyk played 53% of the snaps in games that Garoppolo started last season. What a fullback can do is essentially create new gaps in the run game, somewhat like another offensive lineman in essence. And as such, a defense has to bring a safety down into the box, and coverage becomes more predictable. And so that's why Kyle Shanahan loves to throw the football in that base personnel, because you have more predictable coverages, less players in the secondary, more holes to find your receivers on the outside, your tight ends, etc. So in a sense, just the presence of Kyle Juszczyk will essentially affect that defense and affect the pass game for the 49ers. Who would have thought? All right, let's get to rumor number 7 here on the list. Will DeForest Buckner win Defensive Player of the Year? Firmly in the rumor category right now, 2 Jetheads, but you guys know how I feel about him. I think he should be on the list of favorites, but the regular season hasn't even started. We'll keep it at 2 heads. Sports Illustrated recently noted its takeaways for the 49ers, noting that Buckner is a dark horse for Defensive Player of the Year, and why wouldn't this guy be? He led defensive tackles and quarterback hits a year ago. We'll show you that list as well. Coming off an elite year, according to Pro Football Focus, his teammates are calling him DPOY for a reason, folks. This guy is legit. And on the interior of that defensive line there, you don't have to worry about it as a defensive coordinator, right? Because you know you can anchor into DeForest Buckner. You got to focus on those Leos and those edge rushers. All right, so there's Buckner. Atop Leonard Williams, good player. Jarrell Casey, he's fantastic on the interior. Gerald McCoy. Aaron Donald's about to get paid big time, perhaps $20 million a year worth, and Buckner was better than him last year in terms of quarterback hits. So there you go. All right, rumor number 9 on the list are the 49ers returning, number 8, I can count, I swear. The Niners, are they returning to the playoffs? All right, so you guys asked me this question a lot. 3 Jetheads on this one. So ESPN ranked the 49ers as the 5th most likely team to make the playoffs among those that didn't last season. So the 49ers received more votes than the Broncos, the Giants, and yes, the Dallas Cowboys. Now, Niner Empire has a lot of reasons out there to be optimistic. Jimmy Garoppolo's 5-0 record jolted a lot of energy into that fan base. Richard Sherman is in town. Weston Richburg, big-time arrival on that offensive line. There's Jerick McKinnon. Jonathan Cooper, I think, will pan out, as well as Mike McGlinchey there at right tackle. So can the 49ers make the playoffs? Absolutely, especially because I think the Cardinals are working out some kinks right now. Seattle's going to take a step back. It's going to come down to San Francisco and LA, the Rams, for that division title. All right, so that's rumor number 8 on the list. Rumor number 9, this is interesting. Are the 49ers going to cut Joshua Garnett? One Jethead. I was close to the fake news on this one, ladies and gentlemen, but it would be shocking. Also, I could see it happening, and here's why. Yes, Garnett was a 2016 first-round pick. He didn't play at all in 2017, though. So I guess in the sense, the jury is still out on Garnett and what he can do, but as you see on your screen, Garnett was a Trent Baalke regime selection, as well as Chip Kelly. So seems like a long time ago, doesn't it? I don't think he's going to get cut. I think He has a lot of ability in that Kyle Shanahan zone blocking scheme. He shed down some 20 pounds. Yes, Person has a little more depth there, playing behind Richburg, and of course Cooper's there as well. I don't think Garnett's going to get cut, though, but we shall see.